Welcome to Interpack 2026. I'm Luca Giberti. I'm a processing business developer for IMA Petroncini, part of IMA Coffee Oven. Today, we present and show the Petroncini TTR 25 EVO. This roaster is an R&D roaster. What does it mean? It is a scale down of exactly of the industrial one. That allows us to reproduce coffee, roasting, profiling, and then scale up in the big industrial one and having the same results in terms of flavor, colors, and cupping too. How this machine works? Machine works for indirect hot air. That means that we have a chamber where we generate the flame. Here the hot air passes through this channel and the chamber here is totally insulated. So that means the machine works 70% convection and 30% conduction. Then we have a perforated drum on the back and solid and two row pedals. The lower one push the coffee in front and the upper one push the coffee back. Then the air goes out and come back. This is a recirculation machine, so we can decide how much we want to recirculate during the process. And then, instead also of recirculation, we can control the inlet air temperature, so the temperature that goes inside the drum. We can control the airflow, so the quantity of the air, and the speed of the drum. That's also very important for the roast. Part of good one is the new HMI that we developed. So here we see the dashboard. That means that we see the profiling that goes ahead. See, we see the coffee temperature and end of roasted coffee temperature. And for each stage we can see the speed of the drum, the airflow, the fresh air intake, and the next step of the roasting profile. And here we can control all the parts of the machine. What does it mean? You see, we have TC, TT, VIRTUO, and SPT. That's all these parts here. So this is the loading hopper, TT roasting drum, cooling tank, and the stoner. And during the process, we know which product we have inside that. For example, here on the hopper, we have the Brazil, 20% Robusta, 80% Arabica, and here are all the parameters of the roasting profile. Here is stored in the system, or we can adjust before the product goes inside the machine. Other good part are the performance. So this machine is made also has KDI. This is a good, let's say, innovation on that, because tell you what is the OE of the machine. So if you have any batch not under, say, tolerance, will be rejected. And then at the end of the day, you can see how much the machine was running and how much was stopped and what was rejected. That also with IMA Sentinel can be connected on the full line up to each packaging machine. One of the newest innovations also is artificial intelligence. IMA is focusing a lot on that. So we introduced also on the roaster. You see here we have Intellecta. This is our own property, artificial intelligence of the IMA group, developed our own, so it's pretty safe. And for example here, I say alarm 38, just like this. So, tell you for example, alarm 38 is high chaff separator fire, code 38. And from docs, give you all whatever could be the cause and how to replace that, and can send you also to the manual, the operator manual. Usually 50% of the cause the customer call us are written in the manual, but the operator doesn't read that. So with this one, make the operator much more easier. Then also could be the electrical data sheet in order to change the sensor and control everything. Now at each stage, I is something that need to be fed. Now it works pretty well with the alarm, but what we are focusing is to develop roasting profile. So feeding the machine with a lot of information in terms of green coffee that we use, type that we roast, how we roast, and in the future, this will help you also to create a new profile. For example, I want to do a filter coffee with 50% Arabica and 50% Robusta on a certain color, and that should be developed for you, the profile. That would be very, very helpful for the coffee industries and from the roasters. Thanks again and see you next Interpack.